Hey, how's it going? And today we're taking a look at this Mixamo animation retargeting system. I just purchased this yesterday and it was 70% off. It was only $10 and I just noticed the price went. I have no idea why. So if you're gonna buy it, you might as well get the new one. But I'm just gonna show you how to do this in 4.27. So it does work with UE4 mannequins, and then what I'll show you is how to get the UE4 mannequin into the 5.1 engine. So if you have an old version of this program, this tutorial is really for you. And I guess if you want to save $5, you can get this one or keep an eye on it and wait for it to go on sale again. I literally just bought it yesterday. That's why I'm doing this tutorial on how to use it. So anyway, it is only for previous versions. So I guess what happened is they redid it to match with Unreal Engine 5, and I guess they had to rewrite the code, and it was a big thing, so that's why they don't let you upgrade. You have to have this one or this one. But if you have this one, you can just import your characters from Unreal Engine 4 into Unreal Engine 5. That's what I'm trying to say. So anyway, let's go ahead and do this. So we're going to go into Unreal Engine 4.27 because that's the version this software is for. And this has been around for a while, so I would imagine that it's a very stable plugin. I don't see why you wouldn't get the plugins. Of all the plugins you can buy, this is probably one to get, just because it saves you so much grunt work and tedious trying to match up the bones and go through all that whole thing. And so we're going to do games, and we're going to go, let's go into third person, I guess, so we can get kind of a third person view of everything. And we'll just call it My Project 4 and go create project. And the one thing you're going to need to do while this is starting is download a Mixamo character. Oh, here, let me minimize this while I show you this. So there's two things you need to do first, and I noticed, oops, I didn't mean to click on that. What happened? Oh, here we go. First, you're going to have to come over and get the Mixamo character and download in T-Pose. So there's two tabs, one's for animations, one for characters. To do this, to set this up, the first thing you got to do is you're going to retarget using the T-Pose model. So you'll go download, and you can download it with the skin and just download the model, the character. So download the character with the skin in T-Pose, whichever character that you want. I've already done that, so I'm not going to do that. Then what you're going to do is click over to animations and then click whatever animations you want. When you go to download an animation, like let's say you want to download this taunt, you go download, do not bring in the skin. You don't need the skin, you just need the animation. It's still going to come in as an FBX file, so it'll do its thing and download. So it's real easy to forget this. So remember, you just need the model in T-Pose with skin. Then for animations, download as many as you want without the skin. That's all you need to know for that. And then once you do that, we're going to come into Unreal Engine, and what I can do is just go and import those things that I need. So I need the model. So let me see. Make sure where I'm at here. The content directory. Just to keep things organized, because things can get messy real fast here with all these animations, is I might want to just make a new folder and call it Mixamo, just so I have it on one of my top folders. And then I can double click into it, and then I can go import, and I should not feature a content path import, yeah. And then I can go into my downloads folder here, and I have the Xbot. This is the actual T-Pose, so I know that's what that is, so I can bring that in. And you don't change anything, just import all. And it's going to bring in like six folders, I think. And it'll give you this message about the smoothing groups. Don't worry about that. Well, I guess it only brings in 5. So it brings in the skeletal mesh, the physics assets, and then the skeleton itself. And this is what we'll be needing. And then it has materials for the joints and for the legs. So it brings in 5 files. And then what we can do is go back into import. And now we're going to import one of our animations. So I'll just download that animation I just brought in. And we can import all. And so we have these kind of separate from each other. And this can get confusing, so we might want to make a folder and just call this animations, just so we don't accidentally mess something up. So for my taunt animation, I'm just going to put that in animations. Yeah, so now we've got our T-Pose here on this level, and we have our animation in this folder. So the next thing we need to do is we need to go find our mannequins. So there's mannequins, characters, mesh, I believe. And we want this UE4 mannequin skeleton. So once we get all our animations set up here, then we'll be able to transfer them to Unreal Engine 5. We'll be able to export all our UE4. And then I'll do a separate tutorial on how we convert our UE4 to meta humans. So on this one, all we have to do is double click on the skeleton. And let's go ahead and dock this up here on the top so we stay nice and organized with our navigation. And it brings it in here. And you'll want to be on, there's our skeleton tree, there's our retarget manager, same thing. Whether you click this button or this tab. We want the rig to be humanoid, which of course, I mean, what other, you wouldn't want quadruped or something. This is why the retargeter is so helpful, is you have all these naming conventions you got to go through, and you got to go through each one if you try to do this manually. And it can be done. It takes about 10 or 20 minutes, but it's so easy to make a mistake. And one of the things I think about is, you know, these developers that are creating these third-party plugins for Unreal Engine, they have to have the skill and knowledge of the programming, and why not support the developers that are helping to make Unreal Engine easier for us to use. And this is one of those things of, I don't have that many plugins, but this is one plugin that I would recommend getting just because I think this is going to be real tedious, and it's so easy to make a mistake. In fact, I watched a tutorial of someone showing how to do this manually, and you could watch them make the mistake. They literally made the mistake. It's so easy to miss an underscore or a letter or something that has to be exactly right, and then the body has to be matched up exactly right too, and so it's better that it's just be done by a plugin. So anyway, you've got that set up, and then all we have to do is go back to our Mixamo character, which is over here, our skeletal rig here, and we can, on this one, we can right click it. Oh, one thing, the most important thing I forgot. We need to go into edit plugins, and we need to enable our Mixamo plugin. And the one thing I do like about this, unfortunately we do need to do a restart. The one thing I do like about this plugin, it's built in so well that, you know, it's actually coded in. It's like it's a really professionally done plugin. So I like the fact that it's in the interface. So now if we right click here, it says retarget Mixamo skeleton asset. So this line here, this option is not a part of the regular Unreal Engine. It's been coded in literally into the Unreal Engine as a legitimate part of the program. So it's honestly, Unreal Engine should just go buy this guy out, because this is an option we should just have natively inside Unreal Engine. So then it wants us to pick this, and we go our Unreal Engine 4 mannequin skeleton and go OK. And it's done all the heavy lifting for us, all that tedious matching up of bones. We don't have to do any of that. So this plugin takes care of all that. So this is the way to go. And then the other thing is, now we come into animations, and we right click on it, and there's an option here, retarget admin assets, and we click this, and there's our character, and there's our UE4 mannequin right there. And literally all you have to do now is just retarget, and you say it's been duplicated. And so here now I can save this. Now we've got our, I can drag it into the scene. It's got the exact same animation as the Mixamo character. So if I come into the Mixamo animation and drag it on, this is from all the ads you see, right? You see all these ads of all these things sharing the same animation, but how easy was that? How easy was this compared to, you know, if I had to do this myself? So if I come in here, I should see him doing the exact same. Hey, we're ready to go. See? There they are. Time's a wasting, right? So anyway, I would recommend this plugin. What I have to do myself now is go through and just, now that I have the retargeting done, and just update all these Mixamo animations into UE4 characters. And then once I have those animations all transferred over, I'm going to build up a library of them, and then I can transfer those into Unreal Engine 5. And that's exactly what I plan to do. So anyway, I hope you found this helpful. I didn't mean to editorialize too much, but take care, have a great day, and I'll talk to you next time.